Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I'm just checking my microphone. Yes, wouldn't it be awful if you couldn't hear me? Right, today I want to use this one from my personal haul and this set, which also comes with 3 Christmas characters, and I've cut those out but I've left them in the die. We're going to poke those out in a second. Right, and we're going to make a Christmas card. Yeah, Christmas for May. Now, one of the reasons that I fell in love with this set is because of its kind of hand-drawedness. Is that a word? Yeah. So anyway, here is my base. Just red cardstock from Joanne, Basil cardstock, my white heavyweight cardstock there from Amazon. And I cut a panel in red and a panel in white, and the white one I laid this on top of it. I'm just grabbing it, and I kept it connected. I thought, you know, why pull it apart when you can have it together? Yeah, because those little bits don't bother me, because I can always find things, you know, those little dents from the connectors. I can always find things to hide those, and if I have enough of it, then maybe I will pull it apart. But I quite liked its arrangement, so it's staying like that for now. And I don't know whether I want it that way or if I want it that way, but I think I might go that way. Yeah, I think I made everyone seasick. Now in the other set, the ho 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 is those 3 Christmas characters that I've cut out, but you also get the words ho ho, and your characters go inside of the O's. Now I've already done these bits. See what I mean? You've got black, you've got white gel pen, I've got a little bit of sparkle pen. I'm going to show you the pens that I've used in a second just for doing these. And I've done exactly the same, but I've used different colours. So I did those in order to speed things up a little. Yes, I did. Now, I think these H's are going to go up on foam pads. These are going to be glued flat, and then my characters are going to go up on foam. So I'm kind of getting them in order of preference. And I think I want my red stripe down at the bottom, because there's like a larger white area there. And then I'm going to go for a red there, a yellow there, and a blue there. So if you mix them all up, it just looks like great fun. So let's have a close-up of what we got there so far. Right, so that's the fun so far. Now I've got my scruffy mat, which I'm going to grab. Just got my little one that I like to use whenever I'm over inking. You can see it's already stained up. And my pens, right, I am using and have used extra fine tip, and that's my, oh, are we all blurred? Artistro. I'm going to try and get some clarity here. So you have to go right in and move out very slowly. There's a point, yeah, there it is. It's going to behave now. So that's my Artistro extra fine white paint pen. I've used my sparkle pen, which if I turn it this way around, yeah, really having camera trouble today. This is the Mitsubishi Uniball, and this is in silver, and I do link these in my Amazon links along with that one. And then this one is the Multiliner SP05, which is also from Amazon, but I just haven't linked it. Don't ask me why, but there you go. So those are the 3 kind of small detail pens that I've used, and what we're going to use for those characters is I'm using Touch 5 Yellow 34. These are AliExpress markers. I'm using Touch 5 Pastel Peach 26, and I'm using Touch 5, and this one is Scarlet, and it's 13. So I'm using those 3 markers, and then because I want to hurry up and get these off my shelf because I do not like them at all, and that is the Crafter's Companion Illustrator Spectrum Noir, and that one as well. And we've got Tan TN6, we've got natural brown, and we've got true black. And the reason I don't like them is the brush tip. See that? When you've used it a couple of times, it's just totally destroyed. And that's why I don't like them. I do like the ink, I just don't like the nibs. Right, so now you know all 6 colours we're going to be using, and I'm going to poke out my characters. So here they are. We've got the Santa, we've got the deer, and we've got the penguin. Now, if you look at these bits here, this is the reverse of it. All you need to do is take your scissors and cut there and cut there if you wanted to use different colour cardstock. The same with your deer here. You can have, you know, a different colour here just by changing it, and the same for the nose. The same with Santa. You can just snip here and snip here, and then you can colour his face in and pop his face back there if you wanted to, or you can just do what I'm doing and just use markers. So into the poke holes we go, and I did cut these out on the outside edge of my plate. The outside edge of your cutting plate on your die machine is the section that always has the most strength in it. Now, the eyes don't bother me because I'm using my flat backs. And I forgot to show you those, so I will grab them. I know the people who watch my channel have seen them for years because I just love using them. But for those of you that don't know, just get that eye out of there. And his little beak has to come out as well. And the same with good old Santa. I'm going to poke his nose out, and I'm going to poke his eyes out. Right, so those eyes are of no use to me because we're going to be using these, my little tin of caviar, and all they are is flat back pearls. So that's what I'm going to be using for my eyes, and I'm just going to rest those there. Right, so first things first, and it's really quick and simple to do the penguin because it's black, and I forgot to get my kitchen paper so that I can get any excessive mess up that I don't want leaking onto anything else. And all you've got to do is colour in your penguin. I'm trying to see here. Now, if you want to, you can, you know, slot a piece of paper under there so that you can get around there and do it really neatly. And if you want to do edges, just take your brush like that. And in fact, I will pull that up. I'm just going to look for a little strip of cardstock. Find my scissors. And see what we can achieve with this. Right, so I've just cut a little strip here, and I'm gonna put it behind my penguin, and I'm gonna get my marker. See, the ink in these pens is absolutely gorgeous, because you want your white bit to be white. So I'm just going down here, and because your nib flays out, it's really hard to get a straight edge. That's why I don't like them. So we'll go down here. Hopefully I can catch that bit. Let's have a look. Oh, that's alright. Then we'll just go along there. So there's our penguin to begin with. That was really simple. And of course his little beak is going to be done in the yellow. There are some bits that I might touch up in a minute. And just doing his beak here. Now, always give your stuff a couple of seconds to dry, because you never know if like the black ink is going to run straight into it. So there's a little bit here that I missed on his wing, and I think that's it. And of course you can use your distress inks as well to finish edges. So there we have our little penguin, and I've got my pickup tool just so that I can quickly show you that his beak goes straight back in there. Isn't that sweet? So look how quick that was. Now I'm going to get my, what am I getting here? Peach, pastel peach. And we're going to do the Santa. Now I hope you can see him down there. I'm going to move that. And we're going to do the face. Now this one's quite a sturdy nib, so I don't really have to worry. And I'm just going in and just doing that bit. So there's Santa's face. And then we need the red. So fine nib again. And just track that bit there. And then colour that in. And now we've got Santa's hat, we've got Santa's beard, and we've got his little smiley face. But don't forget, we're going to be using markers as well in a minute, the fine liners. And then when it comes to the deer, his little face is white, but his nose is brown, and I would rather it be red. Now that little tiny dot that you can see there, I can just use my white paint pen to go in. It might come out pink, but you never know. I'll try to skip it as much as possible, but I may not be too successful. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I didn't do too bad. I surprised myself. So that's the red nose for that. And then I'm thinking that my Santa nose, I'm going to go back into this peachy colour. And then when that's dry, I'll just go over it with another one, just so that it's slightly darker than Santa's face. And now for the reindeer, we've got 2 shades of brown. And it's EB2 and TN6. And I'm trying to think which one is the palest. Right, so I believe this one to be the darkest. So I'm going to do my reindeer's horns with the darkest shade. And I'm just following those cut lines again. I always go quiet when I'm doing stuff like this because I enjoy it. So there I made a little error, but that's alright, I can live with that. And now I'm going in with the paler colour. And we're just going to do the top of his face and his neck with this colour. Now I could get my piece of paper again, couldn't I, just to make life easier. Because his little mouth mask, or whatever we're going to call it, is actually white. But if I can do another line like that, I should be alright. So let's have a look. There. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Now let's blend that in. So there we've got our little deer. And he's going to have his little red nose. There's a little bit that I've missed there, and a little bit that I missed there. Now then, I need to put another coat on Santa's nose. I just want it to be a little bit darker than his face. Right, let's let those dry just for a second. I'll tidy up my mess and be right back. Right, so I've tidied up a bit and hopefully you can see a little bit better there. The next thing we need to do is, because I want to pop these up on foam, I need to be able to hold those pieces in, and I do that with double-sided tape. So here goes. Just cut in little pieces off. So behind the penguin there, I want to hold his face in place, and I'm going down there, and then I'll just peel back any excess and remove it. So now I've got a sticky area here into where I can just pick up that little beak and pop it in and know that it's fixed. And I need to do the same for Santa's nose, and I think this little piece on my finger might just do it. And pop little Santa's nose in there. And I don't know if you can see that, but the nose is just slightly darker than the face. And then I'm going to do exactly the same for the deer's nose. Just needs to be, you know, kind of a temporary fix until you get your foam pad onto the back of it. While we do the rest of our colouring, and then that goes in there. Slot it in like that. So now we've got our penguin and whatnot. So now we need to bring in our other pens, and these are the black and the white fine liners. And the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is Mr. Penguin. So let's have a look at him. Let's move those out of the way. Hopefully my white is still flowing, and we're just going to go around the edge. But as I was saying, you know, the reason that I loved these dies and why I ordered them is because they just look so handmade and hand drawn. So just trying to keep that effect is, you know, for me anyway, quite interesting. And I do love this fine line white pen. Now you don't have to have an absolutely steady hand. I most certainly don't, because the more hand drawn that you can make it look, the better. And it looks nice and quirky as well, with a few errors in it. So we're just going to go off the edge there. And I think I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to leave my penguin like that, and of course he's got to have his eyes stuck on there. Now the next one is Santa, and Santa will use a black and a white liner. So the white liner really is just for the hat. And you usually find when using red markers that your white will bleed into it. And if you can't handle the kind of like very subtle pink tone, you can always wait for it to dry and then go back and, you know, just do it again. That's what I would suggest. Now he's going to have a little bit of white under his nose. And now I need to go in with the black liner. So all the way around again, just catching the edge of the white. Then we're going to go here. And we're just going to squiggle and wiggle around his little pom-pom like that. And then we need to finish around his hat and his face. And if you miss bits, just go back in. So that's his hat. Now we've got to do his face, and we need to cast a shadow over the top of his nose. So I'm just going to find where the nose is and very slowly just go over the top like that, and then we're going to do his beard section. And then we're going to outline the beard all the way around and also do the mouth. So just very slowly put your pen in and just track the embossed line so that you're getting his little smirky grin. And I'm putting that down there. Right, let's turn him over and let's get that bit in. And then just really slowly go around. I haven't had any coffee this morning, although I did eat more berries. I did wash my hands properly afterwards. So you can see you've got, oh, let's get in there. See, it looks very hand drawn, and that's the way that it should be, all squiggly wiggly and fun. So there's our Santa, and of course the last thing that we're going to do is the eyes. So first of all, I'm going to do the nose and the antlers with some white. So let's go around here. So that's Mr. Reindeer's nose, and then we need to do a white line just above the mouthpiece. Like that, and then I think we're going to go all the way around the head, just on the edge and under the antlers. You can see why I love this paint pen so much. It's just so nice and easy to use. Now you can insert some like little ear bits in here if you want to, so I'm going to go there. And you've got a little embossed section on there that can make it a lot easier for you for adding stuff like that. And then we're going to go around the edge of the antler. Paint pens do dry relatively quickly. So I've got that bit, and I think I'm going to have some white bit up there. I haven't got a clue how long this video is. I'm not even looking at the clock, I'm just having fun. And I'll tell you what I just noticed, and that is that I didn't colour his neck piece in, so I need to do that right now. There, poor little thing. Right, and then next up we're going in with our black liner. Just tracking into that embossed section again so that he's got his little mouth. We're going to go around the edge of the nose, which is why, you know, it was so important to have it fixed into place. Just go into that area really slowly where it's been cut out and just track it around. That's all you've got to do. And then track around the top of the emboss for the mouth. And then we're going to go all around the edge. Oh, I need to do the white bit first, don't I, on his neck that I'd forgotten. So we're going to go all the way around. On his little neck. Do Do you know what? I'm going to do a black line around there. I'm going to pause just to save time. Right, so I've done that, and next up we're going to do the eyes. Now, if you remember, we put tape on the back to hold those pieces in, and I'm hoping... Did you see what I just did? I'm hoping that there's enough there to hold some of the eyes. Now, excuse my throat. Excuse me while I go and cough and sneeze. Right, I think that's sorted it out. Got an awful lot of pollen. Let's pop that one in. Yeah, that's not going to work. So we need a little drop of glue into all their little apertures. Right, so that will help to assist in holding the eyes down. And we'll try again. So there's our little deer and our little Santa. And the eye might look a bit weird because it's got wet glue on it at the moment. But I'm just looking at it to make sure that I've got it in the right place. So I'm just finding the ones that I spilled that are all tipped in the right direction. And there we go. Right, I'm going to let those dry for a couple of seconds and I will be right back. Right, so while those were drying, I popped some foam onto my H's and I'm going to glue these down. And I also put some foam behind my characters. So I'm just going to grab my glue now because I know what kind of colour order I want things to go in. Can you see that? I'm wondering if I can utilise that. There we go. And that's how you hold your bits in. So I'm going to go about there. Because it's such a lovely quirky frame that you don't really want to hide all of it. I think there for that one. I hope you're all going to have a great day today. You know where I'm off to. Yeah, back off into the garden. I'm turning myself into a human scarecrow, trying to keep the birds off the peaches. It's quite hilarious. And I'm going to go there for that one. Okay, now I'm going to cap off my glue and give that a wipe. And time to put the characters in. Well, on the website, the penguin goes on first. You can see I'll put foam straight onto the back of there because they kind of layer across each other, and I know that it's at a slight angle. So there's little penguin, and then Santa goes next. And then the little deer goes on last. I'm actually going to have him there. Isn't that cute? I absolutely love that. I think I might actually put this in a baggie and stick it in the drawer and save this one for my husband, because I know that he'd really appreciate that with all the squiggles and wiggles. And I'm looking at my Santa hat, you know, and I'm thinking, where's my fine liner gone? I'm just mooching on my desk. I put stuff down and then I can't find it. And I've got to go into that Santa hat because it'll just drive me nuts. So into your embossed sections, just pop some colour in. If you want to go in with some blush or anything like that, use a little bit of chalk. Isn't that cute? Oh yeah, I love that. And it's been over 30 minutes, so I thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be up again tomorrow, and let's make something else from my personal haul. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and as usual, all links below. Bye.